Alright, which of you guys got that reference? Welcome to hell. Stago stated pretty snazzy walkthroughs, and we have returned to hell. Oh wait, the bottom of the well. Hell beneath the well. Same difference. Whatever. Alright, so I never really bothered to find out what was in those pots. Whatever. Okay, small and creepy. And this is the part where I got really annoyed. I'm like, oh my god, I have to run back and get some bugs. And they're very inconveniently placed. And I think this guy wants something small and creepy as well. What does he want? I forgot. Ghost, a big one. Ah, yeah. So we need to get him a big Poe. Big Poe. Oh yeah, this is what I was kind of hoping to find. There's a bunch of those black bows in there for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Here, it's the Deku Babas again, which, as if you didn't know, they do continually spawn. So, yeah, that to look forward to. Whatever. Okay. So basically, we're going all the way back to the area we were just in, just so we can please one greedy bastard and give him what he wants. Alright, so, and as I said, because it was kind of dark when I'm doing this, or darker than it would be when I'm doing this, I kind of had some problems with trying to find what I want. I think this might be normal spring water here. And yeah, of course, knowing my luck, I got hit twice by the Freezard. Or Blizzard, or... Once again, I can never remember what those things are called. If I ever remember, I'll let you know. But then I have to remember to let you know. That's the thing. Whatever. Okay. No, seriously though, did anybody get the poorly done singing-based reference I made at the start of the video? Please leave a comment if you did, because I appreciate it when people get my references. Or maybe I just did it so poorly no one got it. Whatever. I don't care. And yeah, see, this is where all the confusion takes place, and it's more you can just kind of watch me kill stuff, I guess, and listen to me ramble on about my eye hurting. And oh dang, last video I said, you know, I'm gonna stop talking about my eye hurting, and here we go, talking about my eye hurting again. Alright, whatever. So I guess this will give me time to rant. Alright, so recently, or not too recently ago, I received a comment on a video, and it was someone disagreeing with something I said. Now, I don't know if this person is probably watching this video again too, and feel free to continue this argument, because I enjoy debating stuff like this. Alright, so what I said in the video was that graphics don't make the game, and I didn't like it when they remake old games and like change the soundtrack or make it modernized, because oftentimes that ruins it. And what he said was like, oh, don't judge it before you play it. Though I have seen videos and stuff of it too. I mean, I agree the gameplay of a remade game is the same thing. I'll give you that much. But this guy, he ended his statement in saying that it's pretty much music and graphics are what make a game, and it's only partially story and gameplay, which that is completely wrong, because if you want a music and graphics, you either look at artwork or you listen to music. It's simple as that, really. And also, oh yeah, here I'm going to get a fairy so I don't have a quarter of a heart left the whole time. Like, you don't play a game just to see good graphics. As in, for everyone else who didn't see that exchange of comments, I'll say my argument was, for example, Resident Evil 5 had the best graphics in the whole series, yet it is without a doubt the worst game in the series, or at least the way I look at it. I thought Resident Evil 5 was just a crappy version of 4. So, does its good, amazing, superior graphics make it better? Not really, because the gameplay, it just seemed a more clunkier version of 4. And the story, well, Resident Evil, the story is usually all masked by other stuff, but you know what I mean. And also, let's see, that would also that statement would imply that Call of Duty would be one of the greatest games ever, even though it's generic, crappy first-person shooter games that have no substance to them. And yeah, sure, graphically they're pretty visually stunning, because that's usually what they go for with those games, but that all it does is, as I said, if you want to see something visually good, look at a painting. Now, the only reason you can complain about graphics is if they're not up to date. I mean, if you're making, unless you're trying to be old school and just be cool about it, you don't. The only reason to have bad graphics if you're trying to be old school and have like 8-bit graphics in a game you're making nowadays. Now, but there's also the fact that, excuse me for kind of rambling here. 10 refreshing blast. That's kind of stupid way to say bombs. Yes. So if you make a game that has graphics that like you'd see on the N64 because you couldn't actually make good graphics, like how people are complaining about in Duke Nukem Forever, they have graphics that you'd expect in 1998 in some parts of it, where they didn't update some of the textures and stuff like that. If it has flaws, the game has a flaw that should have been fixed with modern technology, and you're too lazy to or unable to because of your non-technical skills, then yes, that would be a problem. Or if the music is just poorly done and doesn't go with it, yes, that'd be a problem. See, the music and graphics, while having them good, is just more like icing on top of the cake. If you know what I mean? Because what good are they if you have to deal with crappy gameplay mechanics or boring story and stuff like that? Would you rather have like just look good and sound good, or does it have to be good? You know, that's a good way to look at it. Does it have to look good or sound good or be good? That's one of the things. Like, as in BioShock, it had pretty good graphics in this very dark atmosphere, yet the gameplay was really good and the story was By the way, you also need milk here, so the way to get milk is to play Epona song in front of a cow. A little weird. Alright, so that's the end of my little rant. So, anyone want to continue this argument here? Feel free to. If you don't want to, then just don't. Or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so now we have milk. And you can't really hurt these cows. I've tried it in the past. And you probably get something from rolling into that tree, but I never bothered to do so either. Whatever. Okay. So now we're gonna hopefully have some forward progression. But now that we have the milk, there was... Yeah, oh yeah, here, this is where I kind of start getting screwed up, because, yeah. Just because of a poorly timed thing, I had that, but I think I edited... Oh, no, I didn't even bother to take that out. I don't know why. I was going to, but... It's just the fact that I got to the point here where I actually feel like talking, because it got me riled up with something I feel strongly about, you know? Or I riled myself up, more like it. And, alright, so bottom line, graphics and music do not make the game. They're icing on top of the cake. If you want graphics and music, listen to music or see a painting or something like that. But other than that, they're completely pointless if the game is unplayable or boring. Alright? Okay, end of rant. Alright. In here, there's pretty much nothing. I think if you light those, you get like a heart piece or something like that. But as I said, I really don't... I don't know why I bothered going in there. Mainly because it's the fact that I kind of forgot what I was doing here, and I'm just kind of showing off this whole area, what's in every room. Big ghost means a big Poe. The Poes don't get any bigger than that. And there's only 2 places in the game, to the best of my knowledge, where you can find a big Poe. And one of them is near the 6th empty bottle, which is... If that's gonna be done in a future video. Empty bottle number 6. The video will be called Empty Bottle Number 6 BTW. And the final guys is lose some calcium rich. And I thought he meant cheese. Actually, I heard that cheese has twice the calcium and protein as milk or something like that. But the downside is that it has like 3 times the fat or something like that. Whatever. Alright. Oh, light. But we need the mirror shield to do this kind of stuff. How will we ever progress without a mirror shield? Well, oh well. Better just kind of deal with your sorrows by lighting stuff on fire, because pyromania is the solution to all sorrows. Oh, wait a minute. A chest is appearing. Maybe this will give us something to solve our issue of not having a mirror shield, or at least make us happier. Oh well, it's probably just like bomb shoes or something, and oh my god, it's the mirror shield! Good, the mirror shield is actually pretty cool looking in this game. It's not like, it looks nothing like the one in Ocarina of Time, which I like the change in design. And actually, I read in Ocarina of Time that later versions of the game, or later pressings of it, they changed the symbol that was on the blocks you push because it looked too similar to some like Muslim symbol or Islamic thing. It was some religion, and they got offended by that or something like that. So to be more politically correct, they should put like a star or weird symbol on it. I forget what the original was. I think it was the moon or something like that. I really don't know. If I knew, I'd tell you. Ancient Castle Vicana. And this is going to be the next video where we venture through this castle. And though this would be a perfect time for you to save, because there's a way to get into the castle not by going through the well. Alright? So now that that's out of the way, trying to show this epic looking loom around the area, I think, or panning around the area, and then we can save right here. Okay guys, I'll see you next video and we'll tackle this castle. Alright, see ya.